A pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora, and elsewhere. Friends all, I would like you to subscribe to my channel and press the button so you will get the updated video. Sometimes I says whatever I'm saying or doing is going on deaf ears. And yes, I have to understand the nature of my people, the way of thinking. Not everybody is on the same level. But before I started to deal with Guyana up there, once again, let me send my condolences out to the people in Israel, the Palestinians, Pakistan, and the rest of the world that they are fighting for land and all because of power. Which brings me to the understanding to let it be known not only Guyana. Politicians have changed the scope of life in the modern time, the 21st century. We have learned and heard about great men in the past, as we call them great criminals. Stalin, Hitler, Ho Chi Minh, Alexander the Great, and many, many. But yet we have learned nothing. Today, in countries, if it's not religion, it's nationality or race. But yet, for all, we serve one God, regardless of the religion. One call God, God. One call him Bhagwan, one call him Allah, and other nations may call him Garwe, whatever. But we are not in the right way. Friends, we have witnessed a lot in this world. The world as it is today may have 7.5 billion people, give and take, because nobody have the right count. Many things are happening right now. There will be a big food shortage very soon internationally. Some countries are in flood, some earthquake, some volcano, some human catastrophes such as corrupt politicians and their supporters. I ask many questions, and I've traveled a lot in the past. Like my critics in Guyana. But I am not here to concern about you, but I will set it here, and then I will continue with other things. There is no law in Guyana. It's the most corrupt place all in the judicial system. Politicians and businessmen run the show. Any honorable magistrate and judge want to do their job, they cannot practice without an interference from a politician or a corrupt lawyer who take bribes to bribe everybody because of friends. But let it be known to all of you, nothing lasts forever. Ayatollah Khomeini of Iran was in France in exile until the people removed the Shah and brought back Khomeini, the preacher, the imam. According to information, it's alleged was 100 and something thousand people he get rid of. Those who was a henchman for the Shah, judges and others and police and military personnel, and even some ministers. Friends, you in Guyana have to understand, Guyana is not India nor Africa, nor is it China nor Portugal. But why I mention the two of you so steady? Because one of you are racial, very ignorant, but yet not all are the same. You have a lot of patriotic citizens in the African descendant race. Devoted human beings. God can open heaven and accept them. 70 to 80,000. Decent, honorable, kind, loving, while the rest are garbage because of lack of education. Hungry because of corrupt politicians have kept it that way. Where are the priests, the imam, the pandits to speak out against this corruption, these corrupt priests? They got a man here, Biko, Biko, praise Barnum, and I congratulate him. Because people praise the devil too. People worship Hitler. People worship Napoleon, Caesar. Because you must have fools are wrong, then other fools are claiming victory. My friends, I am not your judge. But maybe Biko knows something I don't know. But God, if Biko is right, let his children and his family flourish. But if he's wrong, that supporting Burnham a dictator, for all the wrong he allowed to happen when he was government, let Biko and his family enjoy that too. Because you cannot support a devil and expect that people will tell you right when they get hurt, Mr. Biko, or Bako, whatever call your name, or tobacco. My friends, I am a victim. My family are victim between Indian and black people. Corrupt Indian businessmen. And I will call name when the time comes. Because we got a name, they ain't going far. Corrupt politician, Indian again. Corrupt magistrate and judges, blacks, because you're hungry, you take bribe from government minister and businessmen to lock up innocent people, and you have children. May God curse the day they were born, and may they enjoy the crime that you committed and eat the filth. And if you are a woman, may your body parts rotten and no cosmetics must keep the scent down. Y'all are wicked. But if you do good, he must open up the heavens for you and your family. Because nothing bad lasts forever. Listen, for God's sake. So you could worship Burnham how much you want. And his supporters have nothing to do with me. Hindus believe that their God, even though the same one is better, they got 2,000 God in their house, all in the mandir, worshiping it, praying, but yet they're beating their mother and father, fighting for property where they can get left. They love the Kalimite church to obey one another. They love the Obia man, but yet they call them Bhagwan. And some Muslim too. The Imam, well, the Pandit must take part of the Hindu part, guys, the priest. And the Imam allow nonsense too, and the English priest. But they do it because they want picture with president, prime minister, corrupt businessmen, criminals, because they want to be noticed. Let it be known to all of you. The kind of people you associate with would either make you rise or bring you down, depends upon their thinking ability. But before I continue that, let me say what I have to say. Every day now I put on the TV, I heard these words. Send them home, free the prisoner. The Jews are fighting in Israel for the freedom of their people. And they have a right. But I am not here there shouting, stop the war and stop killing children, women, and family, and bombing houses, blowing up hospitals, and blowing up school, and killing UN workers and news people. I'm not here there saying that. My friends, if you believe in a God, the same way you are feeling, those other people are feeling. And if the history is right, you, the Jews in Israel, happens to be the occupier, or you should have been in Guyana in 1947. But I would honor it if y'all was there, because what the black have done to the Indian in the 60s, y'all would have wiped them off the face of the earth. Take it from me. But then y'all would have hurt innocent one too, like what y'all are doing in Palestine. Gaza Strip and others. While the major world support the call, we must not forget there is a God. I congratulate the South African people for take the streets and to take Israel to court, because we are all human. Excuse me. May God be with them. It is very painful that today you cannot hide a cell phone, the cameras. We condemn Adolf Hitler. We condemn all other leaders. But we cannot bring Netanyahu to trial. First, you blame in Hamas. But you are bulldozing people's house and taking it, shooting them in mass. But is only your life matters? You are not different as a Jew from the Black Lives Matters organization. If Jews' life matters, all bloody life matters. You say shalom. The Muslims say salam. And because the two of you, the whole world right now is in alarm because of salam and shalom. Think of it. Wake up and stop this war and killing of innocent people. But I would have rather have the Jews in Guyana. You would have deal with the corrupt Indian who love to pay the ignorant blacks to burn and loot and kill, and the police in uniform to write fictitious charge and jail innocent people, and the corrupt black magistrate and judge and police. You could bribe them to lock up innocent people. But I have a message now for you people in Guyana. Leaders come and go. There will be a leader will rise up in Guyana. You all are not going to escape what you all are doing now. I have friends who told me that when I speak, look what the blacks have done to the East Indian and the Amerindian. He boldly replied to me, what the American have done to the Indian. Which means he justified the crime of the black people in Guyana to the white people from Europe who slaughtered the American Indians. Well, my friend, all in Guyana, the Dutch and the Spanish been killing them too. But since you're conscious of it, friends, then India and Africa is still there. I think since you know that they were wrong, will you take your family back to Africa or India? No. You claim Africa and India even though you are the descendant of it and born in Guyana. But you deny the Amerindian people their rights. Burma take away a lot of land from them. I saw the vice president speaking, and he spoke about what happening in the parliament and how maybe they're suffering some delirious or something. They say one thing in parliament and they say something in the open air. The man is right. Then a young man showed a video with a young Indian girl living in America. What she spoke about the vice president, the government of Guyana. Maybe she may have her rights. And he also said that Barrett Jagier is the richest man in Guyana. Maybe again he is right. I don't know. But where was he when Barna was the second richest man, black man in Guyana and in the world? The second richest black in the world in the late 1970s to 1980s. Can he answer that question? There are thieves all over. And I could guarantee you the black race. You can thief, but people will know. But you can't thief more than an Indian. Okay? To make you understand what I mean, let me tell you the story. The story goes that there was India and England. England was boasting that they are bragging that they had the world's greatest tea. But India said they have the world's greatest tea too. But India was ruled by England. So they decided to make a deal and a bet. So the English take the white man out of the prison, the European, I call him white because you all love to say that, send him to India. He was picked up by his ambassadors, the agents, and they set him up to sea. They give him a lot of counterfeit money. And he could have traveled all about because he was like VIP. He go to every state in India. He walked with the money in his bag, he walked with it, sleep with it. He was a VIP. Everywhere he go. Time was up. Then he went back to the department. The agents of Britain checked the money, everything was right. Not a penny was missing. On the way leaving back on the ship to go back to Liverpool, London, he see a beggar in the corner. So he had a few English money. And he feel sorry for the man. So he give it to him. And the man was looking at the money like that. And he said to the man, "Why are you looking at it? It is good." The man said, "Thank you. Because all the rest in your bag was not good as counterfeit." Think now what I'm telling you. Indian can thief. They're quick to cry. They're quick to insult and accuse. You have to study people to know the behavior. But many Indians will say, "I am not one of them," and I understand that. But we talk in general. There's a lot of decent Indians out there. They've been robbed by their own family, their own sister-in-law, their own wife, their own brother-in-law, their own brothers, their own nephew, their niece. They've been robbed by them. Today in Berbice and Essequibo, Indians are using opium to take away one another land. They go into Nigeria, Sanam, to the Juka. They do all kind of things to accomplish the goal, but yet they will die and leave it. So for Mr. Bhikkhu, Baku, and Mr. Sankar, I have nothing against your principal belief and who you want to serve and worship. Everybody have followers. The devil got plenty. So hey, if Bernard got you, good luck to you. And Mr. Sankar, let it be known to you that 8 years your children in India used to get married in the 18th and 17th century. And if she marry an old man January and he die in February, they go to burn him, she got to sit on that fire. All right? The Portuguese and British put an end to that. That's why Goa still exists. But my argument today is why the modern generation must pay for the past crime that was committed 100 years ago, 50 years ago by thieves. And when will you all get sense to understand politicians only talk nice but do bad things? They are not for you. Gaddafi was a good man. Hugo Chavez was another. They said President Tito of Yugoslavia was good. And maybe you have a few by the fingers we could count. But as it says, what does it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul? Tell me. Indians in Guyana love to fight for land. Pull out people surveying Paul like Canaan, like Bagaston with Ali. But there is a God, and with a new leader, the whole court system will change. Those surveyors who make wrong surveying because of pride, you will drink poison. Everything shall be reopened back. And I think Guyana should open up the doors to the Caribbean, Africa, and India, and people around the world who are suffering and want a place to live. That this land belongs to God Almighty, not man. I saw President Ali, and don't get me wrong, he's trying his best. He make a few mistakes at the UN, asking for reparation for the Atlantic slave trade. And England, he do the same when he was asked if he need the Queen or somebody to give him one of the palace. I saw it on Facebook. But he never asked them, what about for the Indian who was beaten and killed in Mackenzie, Haituni, Buxton, Pleasant, Stoneville, and other places? Indians are like home dogs, love to bark and fight between themselves. You, the black people, the tribal people, you quick to burn, you kill and rob. Indian be diplomatic. Try to be nice with you, drunk you, poison you, and set people to rob you. That's an Indian for you. Men like Tilak, who was a son of them. Shine. Men like Many, many more. I will call some of them names. Some who buy over cocoa tree, but drain the water into the river. Tell me, is that right? Some who drill and throw their water into other people's land because they name Indian and they can bribe politicians, the NDC. I promise you all though, a leader is coming. Does America get what they want? And don't worry about your president and your vice president and your opposition. America runs things there. You're only allowing them to go around like what they're doing now, Reagan, Shah, and Mr. Plenty more of them, what they get rid of. Okay? Don't forget the Iraq leader. What they do with it? Hang him. Think of it. My friends, it is better to be friends amongst your people than be enemies. You, the magistrate and judge and the police, plenty you would have a lie detector test, present and past. I saw teachers picketing and talking for raise of salary. Yes, they have a right. The vice president say, the opposition or whoever is alleged, I got to use a let's get it. They want you to spend all their money, but he want to build structures or whatever. Again, he's not wrong if you want to build bridge and road. But Mr. Vice President, a nation like Guyana, nobody have a right to rent. And no Amerindian have a right to buy land in Guyana, no part of Guyana. It's their own. Will you and Ali and Norton go to heaven and sell Jesus' brother or relative of Muhammad on a piece of land when it belonged to them? Answer me, hypocrites. Thank God that many people, all of you have to die like us. But every crime that was committed against innocent people, you're going to answer it. No matter how old you are old. But Mr. Ali, you are doing, don't get me wrong, you are spending. Some of them say, it's alleged again. Y'all are full in your pockets. But every black minister under Burnham, the pocket had holes. Plus the advantage they take on Indian women and others in the Amerindian. My friends, y'all don't like to hear the truth. But I challenge Biko and Baka and Sankar. If I lie, I'm going to sign an agreement. I want to take everything I got and cut my head off. But if you cannot prove what you're saying, may I have the same luxury and opportunity to do you. But I don't even want your property, but I'm going to take your head because it's full of shit. Think of it. We all have to die. A man who robs and kills a man is considered a thief. Murder. A man who fights his oppressor for revenge becomes a hero. Think of it. Think. Muhammad had to go to war. Moses drowned the Pharaoh. And many other prophets fight. But all of you who done wrong, your children shall suffer for you. When it shouldn't have happened, but God wants you all to see. There is enough in the country for people. And let it be known to you, the black race. If you kill for an Indian, whether he is a policeman, a soldier, or a criminal, and you kill for a Kuliman, he don't tell 200 Imati, who already know you. Where you going, man? Or your family? A leader will root your family out. But you will have a fair trial. Same goes to the ministers in parliament, from judges to magistrates to prosecutor. By taking side to lock up innocent people, and your children alive, men will do it back to them. I call upon the United States, the Human Rights Department of Canada, America, and England. Every policeman and woman, every magistrate, judge, and prosecutor, military personnel, even the ministers, present and past, need a visa to come out of Guyana. Give them a lie detector test. I must pay for it. And I will give the question to ask all of them. Because you don't need to bring criminals into America, you have enough. Think of it. Imagine God take Barabbas and Judas into heaven. God is in trouble. He might as well take Lucifer back. Friends, no crime that was committed against an innocent man, woman, or child shall go unpaid. So for you, the coolie, who like the black dam and say you buy it, and you, the black and the coolie, who paying people for pull out people surveying pole, let it be known to you. Not, you can't escape because cameras have video, everything we got, where the pole went, and the land surveyor, and many more will answer when the time comes and the courthouse. Trust me, you may kill a few of us, but when the time comes, it might be all of you if you try it. I see President Ali talking about, we will defend Guyana. As a citizen of Guyana, we have a right to defend it because of land. Venezuela wants 60%. Yes, we will fight Maduro and the Venezuelan to protect Guyana, but who will fight the chief in coolie and black in Guyana who are fighting their neighbors for property in Guyana? So when you're asking for justice, Ali, start from your home, Guyana comfort. Deal with the corrupt court and judges, the surveyor, and them who thief in people's land. Make a law that those who pull out people's surveying pole, thief in people's property, must be executed, and you take what they got and give to the one they accuse. Before we start talking about fighting with neighbor who's convinced us like the coolie. So you should put me like Mohalal to put a wall there. And Ali, who could bribe all the inspectors and judges and magistrates. Or may God have mercy upon the wicked. But as a citizen, we have a right to defend the country. But must we defend you when you are not giving us justice for land also? Come on, Ali. But the black man sitting in the wilderness and being treated like nobody. But may Allah answer this call, Ali. And Bhagwan, okay, Mr. Baratakdio. And may Jesus answer it. Okay, nothing. No crime shall go unpaid. Open up the door for Africa, India, the Caribbean, and the people who are suffering around the world. And let's unite and put Guyana forward. Let's form a national front government. You would have coolie and black fighting each other for country that belongs to you. All right? Have a good day, and may God be with all of you. I am your host, George Karaya. Thank you.